What's going on, everyone? I'm Coach Hayes, and I'm inside the 8th Street Gym, and I want to welcome you to the very first episode of Extra Work Wednesdays, powered by Once Upon a Coconut. Now, I've been fortunate enough to be around professional athletes for the past 12 plus years, whether it's in the NFL, the WWE, or the UFL. And one phrase you hear all the time being around professional athletes is the term being a pro. What does that actually mean? Well, to me, a big part of being a pro is this. When the workout's over or the practice is finished, the best players don't rush to the locker rooms or head to the showers. They're the ones staying a little bit longer to work on their craft. Maybe it's catching jugs if you're a receiver or DB. Maybe it's putting in some extra shots on the court. Or maybe it's spending an extra 10 to 15 minutes inside the weight room, tacking a weakness that's gonna eventually separate yourself from the competition. That's what being a pro is all about. And that's what this series is all about. We're gonna dive into some ways you can utilize extra work to maximize your potential. And today's episode is all about packing on size with an extra 10 to 15 minutes after your training session. Maybe you're an athlete who needs more muscle to perform at a higher level. Maybe you're a younger athlete that needs to put on some size to earn a starting spot. Or maybe you're just someone that wants to add more muscle to look better. Either way, I'm gonna break down exactly how I'd utilize the extra 10 to 15 minutes after your workout to put on some size. Hey, before we get into today's drills, I want to give a huge shout out to Once Upon a Coconut for powering this series and for hooking us up here in the 8th Street Gym. I know today there's a ton of sports drinks out there and it can get a little overwhelming, but coconut water has always been nature's very own sports drink. Once Upon a Coconut has figured out a way to put that into a can, and they absolutely nailed it. The flavors are all incredible. It's refreshing. I use it pre-workout, during my intra-workout, and even during my post-workout shake with my personal favorite, the chocolate version. Mix that with a little vanilla protein. I'm telling you, if you don't know, you better find out. It is awesome. If you're looking for a better way to stay hydrated, definitely check these guys out. Appreciate the love. Now, a lot of people think the key to building muscle is hammering the body parts that you can see in the mirror. The chest, the biceps, the shoulders. But if your goal is to truly pack on quality size, I'd spend most of that extra time targeting those muscles and body parts you can't see in the mirror. The backside of your body has a much larger canvas to build muscle. Talking traps, upper back, lats, glutes, hamstrings. Compare that to the front side of our body where you got lungs, heart, other organs. There's simply not as much muscle for us to build. So if you got an extra 10 to 15 minutes at the end of your workout and your goal is to pack on some size, let's start by attacking the biggest canvas we've got. Boom. I'm gonna break down an extra mass builder circuit right here, right now, 8th Street Gym, Extra Work Wednesday. Let's go. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick 4 exercises. You're gonna choose a row variation or a pull down variation. It could be chest supported rows, one arm row, machine, lat pull downs, whatever you got. Then we're gonna hit an RDL or hyper back extension exercise. Something that's gonna target our glutes and hamstrings in a hinge pattern. We're talking RDLs, back extensions, 45-degree hypers. Next up, we got a rear delt or upper back variation. Rear delt flies, face pull variations, anything that's gonna target that upper back. And lastly, we're gonna finish this bad boy off with any type of shrug variation you got. We're gonna run through all 4 exercises for 2 to 3 rounds, keeping everything in that 8 to 12 rep range. But here's the key. I don't want you treating these like explosive athletic exercises. A lot of times as athletes, man, that's what we're accustomed to doing. Being fast, being explosive. But on this extra mass builder circuit, I want you to flip that switch and think like a bodybuilder. I want you to slow every rep down, control the eccentric phase, get a hard squeeze at the end of every rep, feel the muscle doing the work. If you're doing a pull down, feel those lats. Mind-muscle connection, that's what we need to focus on in this circuit. If we're doing an RDL or hyper, we gotta feel it on our glutes and our hamstrings. If we got that rear delt variation, don't just go through the motions and get those reps finished up as quickly as possible. Feel it in your upper back. The goal is to build the most muscle. Hey, and the great thing about this circuit, none of these are fancy exercises. Just quality movements, quality volume, great technique, and strong mind-muscle connection. So, there you have it. Start adding this extra mass builder circuit to the end of your workouts a couple of times a week. You'll be amazed of how much muscle you can truly put on with just another 10 to 15 minutes. Hey, if you like what you saw here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and stay tuned to the 8th Street Gym YouTube channel because there's more where that came from. Extra Work Wednesday, 8th Street Gym, packing on size. Come on, let's go.
Heat, yeah, we bring that feel. Sweat drips down like the Florida sun. Every rep, every set, that's how it's done. Young guns dreaming of the next big stage.